Welcome to Life and Living. Welcome to Will You Be King? It's a season of electing national leadership in the kingdom. God, as the King of Kings, will first of all take of his spirit and put on the will-be king. And this is what happens. When we become born again, we receive a deposit of his spirit on our inside. Now, this may signify the anointing. In the Israel of old, oil is poured on the will-be king. And this is the semblance of it in the New Testament church. God's king must receive the anointing of his spirit. Now, after we have received the anointing of the Spirit, now God goes on to expand the capacity of his will-be king. Then suddenly, a lion will appear. We're talking about troubles. We're talking about leadership problems. Suddenly a bear will appear. And God, through this, is expanding the capacity of his will-be king. Now, David, reporting to Saul the events that took place while he was keeping his father's sheep in the wilderness, talked about how a lion came, a bear came one day for his father's sheep, and how he ran after them and slew them and rescued his father's lambs. And he told Saul, now with that experience and with the same connection to the God of heaven, I'm going to bring down the head of Goliath. We are talking about God expanding the capacity of his will-be leader. His will-be leader should be seen to have succeeded in some lesser battles. Secondly, his will-be leader must be seen to be a man of character. Saul could not stand the pressures, the moment of desertion. His army were withdrawing, and he was seeing the forces of the Philistines gathering momentum. And at that point, we're told that Saul went out of the way to compromise God's instruction for kingship. The kingdom was taken out of his hands. Who will be king? The will-be king must be a lover of men and God. God said concerning David, I have found in him, he's a man after my own heart. And what God was saying in a sense is that I have seen the love of God and the love of the people in the life of David. Oh, some kings come to use and to oppress the people that they are meant to lead. And when God saw the heart of David towards him, God, and towards the people, he came in a covenant of an eternal kingship for the house of David. Who will be king? A king must be prepared to fight the people's battles. A king must be prepared to provide for the people. In 1 Samuel chapter 30 and verse 26, we saw King David going after the Amalekites to recover the people's wives and their children that the Amalekites have taken as prisoners of war. We're told he fought them, recovered all, and brought home the spoils of war. And we were told he sent presents now to all the elders of Israel as a spoil of war. The king is a provider for his people. So God looks out for his will-be king. He looks out for his power, the anointing. He looks out for stability in character. Can this man stand to do right in the face of pressures? God looks out for a man who will have love of the people, that is meant to lead, not the one that will spoil the people, not the one that will run down their economies, but one whose heart will be towards the welfare of the people. For every one of us, when Jesus lived, died, buried, and rose again as the King of Kings, he opened the door. He opened the door for every one of us with the Spirit of God to come into kingship and to rule as gods on this earth. Will you be king? Well, thank you for being with us on the broadcast, and we are saying till our next broadcast, God bless you and stay fit. Bye-bye.